Hi everyone, welcome to the Canadian Pageant Network. My name is Mai Santana Pilar and I will be your host for today's topic. So before anything else, I'd like to answer, because you might want to ask why I have a cross in my forehead. Today is Ash Wednesday, and as a Christian, I honor the start of Lent. So to everyone who is Christian background or religion and who believes in the Trinitarian aspect of Christianity, I wish you a happy Lent, and that we may use this time to reflect on our own lives and really know the meaning of God giving His only Son to save us from our sins. So again, happy Lent to everyone. So I will talk about today's important topic, which is called Pageant Politics. So pageant politics, it's a very touchy subject, but it needs to be addressed, because I'm sure a lot of people know why there is politics in every pageant. Now, there are some pageants that are really respectful, even though that there's politics, but they do it in a manner that it will not sell the reputation of their organization, because we have to understand that pageants are business. It is a business. Why? Because whoever gets crowned promotes the brand. So, and in order to promote the brand, you have to meet the criteria of what the pageant organization is requiring for their next queens, right? But there's ugly sides to being political when it comes to pageants, and I am going to explain that. So, as I mentioned, it's a business. That's one thing that people have to understand, is that even though pageants serve the community and does a lot of charitable work, they need to be able to make money in order to function. Because there are pageants that are really working full-time and require staff, and the staff needs to be paid, and their production costs and expenses and everything like that. So that is why it's important that the pageant organization, it is important that they need to be able to make money in order to function and operate. So, but one thing that I do not agree with is that the bad side of pageantry, of being political into a point where people have to buy their crowns, or people buy their winning, So it does happen in pageantry, but not all. And when that happens, I do not support the pageant. As a director, I do not get involved in any pageants that will do that. So, and most of that actually happens in international pageants. And in international pageants, when they don't have guidelines of what the contestant needs to prepare for to win the international pageant, and that is not provided to an organization or the national pageant that sends their winner to, then it becomes an issue. Okay? So, another thing about pageantry is also, there are people that bribe the organizers, and to make sure that their girl wins. So, and how does bribe work? It could be in a point where parents, this is where the national level, usually parents would talk to organizers and say, you know, if you'd make my daughter win, I promise I will do this, I will do that. I promise to make your pageant better. I promise to bring in more sponsors. Or if I sponsor you one dinner, will you make sure that my daughter wins? So with that saying, at MCGP, we don't practice that. And whenever we have offers from parents, we tell them that we are not in position to actually choose the girls. We don't practice that kind of business practice. And it's done through the final say of what the judges judge. And that's the reason why no one from the organization sits in the judging panel as a judge. I sit in the judging panel, but I do not judge. I sit there to see the show and to make sure that everything is going well. And that's what I usually do. But I don't discuss anything during the show to the judges. Although we do brief our judges and we tell them what the pageant organization is looking for in their next queen, what we want as a queen. And that also involves a girl that we could see that can bring a crown for us and bring a crown home to Canada. So that's one important thing. And another one is that the girl is actually very well disciplined and is very committed to her title. So that is what I'm saying in regards to that. But in international level, there are bribes that are happening through national directors or even parents if they go to support their daughters in international pageants. And it does happen. But what I always say to international organizers, all the girls have worked so hard and put their 100% to represent their country and represent themselves to win the crown. And I think it's just about fair that girls are given an equal shot in winning the crown. Okay, so that is the most important thing. Now, there's also a bad side about pageant politics, because sometimes when an international organizer is really needing the funds to cover his cost or her cost, that they will play and tell people that, they don't say it, but whoever brings them more business into getting a lot of people coming in, or what we call dignitary of the girl, like the people that accompany the girls. So it's like a team, because each team member has to pay the fee. It's an accompaniment fee. So whoever provides more people in the girls' team, usually they get favored sometimes, and that's really bad. So again, it's business, so we have to expect that. Another thing is that when girls are being favored because they have done extracurricular activities. And what I mean by extracurricular activities, something that a girl pimps herself. So she would sleep with some other people like sponsors. It could even be other directors who would say, you know what, if you give me one night, I would vote for you. When to the matter of the fact, national directors usually judge, but they cannot vote for the girls. So, and the organizers, if they really practice fairness and they see that happening, they are put that into a watch. They watch that director and make sure that that director gets kicked out of the pageant system, and that they will no longer be allowed to send a girl to represent the country from that director or from their agency. So it does happen, and it's really sad. And even sometimes girls sleep with the main organizer, thinking that she can win the crown. And that's a big no-no for me. And that's the reason why it's important to research international pageants. As a national director, it is our responsibility to really look and see if that pageant choose their winners fair and square. Yes, it's a business and it's important that they make money, but not in that kind of way where they even pimp the girls to have a special moment with a corporate sponsor so they can make money. So I'm going to tell you this. If that happens, usually it's because of the fact that pageant organizers, international pageant organizers, are dying for girls to go to their pageant. They need the contestants because they need girls to market while they're having their so-called competition. And to a point that they promise these sponsors for a special time with the most beautiful contestant or beautiful girls in the pageant system. And that is illegal, I believe, and I will never support it. And usually pageants that are like that are usually the main attractiveness why directors usually send girls is when they are promised, or when the girl is picked directly through social media and they're promised by the organizer, oh, you know what, I will waive your entry fee and I will provide you a flight for free. Or yeah, even if they don't waive the entry fee but they provide the flight for free, then there's something happening there, because usually that is the pageant that you have to like put red flags on, unless you would know if it's legit, because there are pageants that the government supports. Usually the Department of Tourism for that country who's hosting the pageant provides flights to girls sometimes, or they have an airline sponsor, and you would know it from their website, from everything that is in the field where it says proud sponsor of Miss this or that, or the Department of Tourism is proud to sponsor this event. So it's sad that there is pageant politics that's happening, but at the same time, it is up to us to make the right decision and not be lured by promises. Because if you don't do proper research and you're stuck in the country, and especially if they don't have any aid, embassies and everything, then you will be at loss and you could put yourself into danger. So I hope everybody is aware of this. Remember that pageants is a business, And they also need to crown the right girl that they think that could bring them good public endorsements, sponsorship, and everything. But if it's done in a tasteful manner, then that's no problem. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button for this video. And if you would like to get updates, please hit the bell button. Thank you so much. Have yourself a wonderful day.